If you have not watched the previous part of Shimura's story, we advise you to watch it first. In it, we saw Shimura, the poor young man who is being bullied and exploited by YouTube celebrities at his school. He also decides to open a YouTube channel after learning that Rem earned 30,000 yen without any effort, while his salary is not even worth half that amount. At the same time, Kaneko wants to open a channel, so he threatens and condescends to use his house to film and his mother's account to receive the money. How ungrateful the two fight in front of everyone, and here Shimura gets the fame that his goal becomes revenge on all the bullies, and he starts fighting with them and defeats them. Then he meets Asami, and everyone feels jealous of him. How will she meet you? Our hero is very shocked. What will happen next? But first, don't forget to follow the channel and activate the bell button. Our hero is running wild with his imagination, imagining her as his wife. He returns from a hard day's work, and she receives him and offers her roses with great happiness, saying, "My dear, I saw these remaining flowers, so I brought them to you." He wakes up from his imagination and finds himself in an embarrassing situation as Asami asks him, "What's wrong with you?" He looks at the ground and says, "Yes, you are lost. As soon as I touched a girl's hand, I imagined all these things." At the same time, two people see him and are impressed by their clothes. The young man says, "How do you walk with a boy like him?" They don't prefer to walk with men who are shorter than them, right? Our hero forgives them, but he is ashamed of himself and begins to wander off in thought while she looks at him. Then they sit down to eat together, and she looks very happy and begins to talk to him. But he is extremely embarrassed and does not know what to say. Or he responds or does. She asks him, "What do you like? What do you study? Do you play video games besides being a YouTuber?" I know that our hero loves video games. He does not know how to respond. He is completely silent. "I'm not doing anything." She says to him, "What's the matter? I asked you out thinking we'd do something fun, but you sit silent the whole time, not talking. By the way, Shimura, I used to enjoy talking to you in letters, but when we hung out, you couldn't even say 2 words in a row." As she was about to leave, she heard him say, "Are you embarrassed to sit with me?" "I've never sat with a girl before. Honestly, I've never interacted with a girl. I've never been to such an expensive place before, or sat in such a place. How can I bear all this? My only hobby is watching YouTube, although I'm embarrassed to say it. I have no friends or loved ones. My mom is in the hospital, so I spend all day at home, even on vacation. I don't know how to eat while sitting in front of such a beautiful girl, and I have never gone out with a girl before." She is shocked by his words. She says to him, "Shimura, you are drenched in sweat. What is wrong with you? Just chill." He answers her, "It's hot, so I sat here to protect you from the sun." After all this talk, she's listening. After that, they went out together, and while they were walking, she received a call. "Yes, mate." We learned that the call came from her old friend and schoolmate Augie, an up-and-coming boxer. Here, all of our hero's dreams were shattered. "It's over. You'll never look at me again." "She won't look at me knowing this dragon?" "Yes, of course. He is my dear brother and friend." And at the same moment, my friend arrived. Shimura was going to pretend to know him, but Uji interrupted him, saying, "We're really close, oh." He looked at the ground in shame because he knew he was lying. Our hero was lost in thought. What will they say about me? I'm a liar. I don't even know his name. She looked at Augie and said, "Are you two that close?" "We're in the same class, Asami," Oji replied, "but I don't think we're that close." Our hero is shocked. Even Augie doesn't know his name. Augie pointed at Don's clothes, saying, "What's that? You're wearing the same clothes as us." Naively, Shimura answered, "Yes," and asked himself, "Who among us is more worthy of my name, me or him?" The answer is simple. Even children can answer this question. Of course he is, not me. I was wrong. I'm not like them. Guys, I will now go to the nail salon for evaluation, he called out to them. Asami, surprised, asks him, "Nails? Nails what, boy? What are you saying? Your words are incomprehensible." It was clear that she did not believe him. Asami felt upset. She wished to spend more time with him, but he left the place and left them. Meanwhile, an angry Kaneko was shouting, "What are you doing? Stop this nonsense. I was filming a live broadcast for you. Why did you do this?" Later, when they watched the broadcast, Kaneko exploded, shouting, "What are you doing?" He continued to scold him. "My dear, the weather was nice and things were going well. Why did you withdraw like that? Why did you flounder? Getting your nails done? What a ridiculous excuse." He hit him on the head. Shimura replied, "Please leave me alone. Didn't you see Uji with her? Uji with her, didn't you see? Leave me alone. I have no chance against those two." Kaneko looked at him seriously and said, "Listen, Shimura, love is like a battle. Many friends fight to win the heart of the woman they love. Even if there is a strong competitor, you shouldn't give up. Try. Listen to me. You won't lose easily." The basketball coach said, and Shimura asked him, "What's wrong? What's going on?" The basketball coach replied, "If you give up now, it will all be over. But do you really think it's time to give up? You desperate surrender. Don't you realize that it was you who got a date with her and buying her coffee is evidence of interest? Blind-hearted you. Didn't you see her sadness when you left? A little intelligence, buddy. You're very close to her, and you don't realize her feelings." Shimura agreed. "It's true what you say." And Kaneko embraced him, saying, "Come on, my friend, go and tell her your feelings." "I will. I'll go now," he replied confidently, thinking of Kaneko's cunning, saying, "If I can trick him, the number of viewers on the live broadcast will increase and I will make a lot of money." Indeed, he headed towards Asami, and as soon as he arrived, they asked him why he was in such a hurry. He answered them, "I have something important to say to Sammy." At that moment, Don Ogi intervened, saying sarcastically, "Are you still doing your nails?" Our hero was upset by his words. Don Ogi said, "I'm training to face you, Shimura." He joked with him. At the same time, he told Esme that he was leaving for training. Our hero was surprised by this, and Asami said to him, "Don't be surprised, this is what he is used to. He is always training in preparation for his upcoming match." Before leaving, Oji said to Shimura, "By the way, Shimura, your fighting style is wonderful. I am a follower of your channel, and your style is very distinctive, especially the way you fight back." "I keep thinking about that kid's punches," Shimura said. "Anyway, I'm a big fan of your channel." After Don Oji left, Esme sat down with Shimura and said, "I knew you'd come. Where did we stop last time?" He replied, "Shimura, I wanted to ask you, what type of men do you prefer?" Asami's cheeks blushed and she said, "I will answer you, but first tell me, what type of women do you like?" He answered her without hesitation, "You, Asami, exactly you. The type of women I like." He had barely finished his sentence when he grabbed Kaneko and said, "What are you doing here, you bastard?" and gave him a strong punch. Then someone else surprised Kaneko with a blow. Our hero turned to find the person he had quarreled with on the live broadcast, bringing two of his friends with him, and he said, "I will take my revenge on you now." Asami shouted at them, "How dare you attack us like this?" Our hero said to her, "Go away, Asami." That scoundrel said to her, "Where are you going? Haven't you answered my question yet? Give me your phone number." Our hero thought to himself, "I will hit him now." And he remembered the words of the chicken man. "You must provoke him before you hit him. He must be disturbed in order to defeat him." Then Shimura said to him, "Pakju, do you want me to hit you again like I did in front of everyone? Come on, come closer." He provoked him greatly, and he rushed towards him angrily. He tried to block him with his head, but Pakju surprised him with a quick punch in the middle of his chin. He looked at him with disdain and said, "What? Do you think I haven't watched your videos?" Our hero remembered his weak point, the kick to the chin, and felt dizzy after the direct hit to the chin. "It seems like it's over," he said to himself. "I haven't watched any other video. That's the extent of my knowledge of fighting. No, I know nothing else. Augie told me. Why didn't you take the second step?" Pakju was about to pounce on him and hit him hard, so our hero remembered his school and how he was being bullied. The only opportunity I had was YouTube. Even though I was being bullied, I made ridiculous moves like the owners of the TikTok application. But that is not important. The important thing is that the money will come to me. I will get everything I ever wanted in my life, money. I even got a girlfriend. They were beating him up, literally disfigured his face, grabbed him, and were about to hit him with the hat, but Asami tried to defend him. "All I want is for Asami to leave," our hero said. He was so sad that Asami saw his vulnerable side and wished she hadn't witnessed all of this. The bully said to him, "Don't you know we film everything? Come on, take off your pants and be proud in front of all these people. More than 100,000 people are watching you now. We know that they forced Kaneko to film against his will." Kaneko cries and says to him, I'm sorry, Shimura. They forced me. I don't want to film." The bully tells him, "I'll let you go, kid, but take your pants off first." Suddenly, "Asami!" "Yes, my friend." She goes to him and hits him, but he grabs her by the shoulder. "What are you doing?" He says to him, "Stop the camera. I don't want people to see what I'm going to do." But our hero takes off his pants. I don't deserve to be a man. He cries so hard, everyone feels sad. But the bully looks at him and says, "You should leave your channel and give your followers to me." Our crazy hero wants to take off his underwear, and the other makes fun of him. No, you're kidding, goddamn you." He is about to take off his pants, but... Yes, my friend, the boxer Augie has arrived. He grabs him and his underwear. We know that Augie watched the live broadcast and walked in on them, swearing to kill them with his own hands. First punch in the nose. What's next? Oh my joy. No one will stand in front of him, punches and falls. What is all this strength, man? The second one still objects, so he delivers a fatal punch to him and says, "Are you okay?" This is what our hero heard, but he was checking on Asami. "Are you okay?" Augie tells her, "Let's go." But she didn't want to go. Where should we go? What about Shimo? However, he takes her and tells her, "The only solution is for us to go. The only help we can give him is to leave him." Our hero is collapsed and Kaneko comes to him and says, "We will close this channel, we have nothing left in it." We know that our hero is sad, but he is very sad for himself because he has become this way. We know that the followers went to Ken and Reem. At school, they are introduced to a new makeup actor. Yes, my friend, it's Kaneko. Kaneko is very sad, as Shimura has not attended school for weeks. Then Ken gets in his face. What's going on? He addresses the followers. Welcome to you. We know that Kaneko wants to apologize to him, wants to know where he is, and Asami is trying to contact Shimura, but she cannot. At the same time, our hero is training. I'm going to push my body to its limits. I've got to get rid of all this. I've got to make a miracle happen. The man follows the chicken who tells him, I have watched a lot of motivational videos and books to become a successful person. All of these things are lies. You need the real motivation. The real motivation is the anger, hatred, and rage that is inside you. You must pour it on yourself to prove to everyone. Bet on your failure that you are a monster. Anger is what works miracles. You must push yourself to the brink of death. We know that he intends to teach him a new combat skill, and this skill will take a full month to learn. Ken wants to reach 1 million subscribers, and he asks his followers, we want to reach 1 million, what do we do? They say to him, favorite, look for Shimura. He goes to Kaneko and asks him, where is Shimura? Come on. Kaneko replies, I went to his house, but I couldn't see him. I don't know where he is. However, they do not believe him, and he decides to beat Kaneko until Shimura appears. Don't be afraid, buddy, he says. Tell him to come. However, Kaneko looks at the camera and says, Shimura, don't come. Never come here no matter what. Ken looks at the camera and says, Shimura, if you see what is happening to your friend, come. If you are as afraid for him as he is for you. Whoever was watching the live broadcast arrived in front of the school and entered the classroom. My friend, you come? You really came at the right time. Kaneko says to him, You fool! Why did you come? Why did you come? Animal, why? Our hero doesn't answer him and throws the phone at him. We know that our hero turned on the broadcast and Ken will be very happy to fight. Our hero stands in front of him and tells him, "We'll see who wins the fight." They stand facing each other, both terrified by what is happening. Kaneko starts filming. But this is how the video ended, so if you want to know what will happen, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive the video as soon as it is released. I hope you liked the video and we will see you in the next video. Hello.